What's up, everybody? Welcome to IGN Plays Live. I'm James Duggan, joined by, I almost said John by.
Johned by, yeah.
Jonathan Dornbush.
I'm
Welcome.
a verb now. Hello,
Yes.
how are you doing?
Good, very good. We're going to be playing Conan Exiles, which came out late last night.
Yes.
And is a very survival game. It's got all the survival tropes.
Good description.
So actually, I didn't even ask if you wanted to be a man or a lady. So I guess we're a guy.
Guess we're a dude.
So this takes place, obviously, in the world of Hyboria. If you've seen Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, or played Age of Conan, or read any of the great literature, you'll know all about that world. But basically, it's a very brutal world, a very basic world. There's not a lot to be had technology-wise. And as a result, people kind of rely on their religion and magic, as well as strength and kind of brute force to get them through. So I'm picking the Stygian race, which is a race that is all about the serpent, all about Set, and I can choose my religion, so I could choose to deviate from that, but I'm going to choose not to do that.
All right.
And actually, Jonathan, why don't you tell people where they can talk to us?
So you can talk to us. You can talk to us at twitch.tv/IGN. You can leave questions in the chat there. You can go to youtube.com/IGN and chat with us there. And you can also on Twitter talk with us with the hashtag IGN Plays Live. We'll be answering your questions throughout the show, so feel free to talk to us at any of those places. Sure.
Sounds great. All right, we are making our dude here. He's very brutish looking.
Yeah.
You know what I like? I like this. I like this eyeshadow because look, it just makes him look all the more menacing.
Oh yeah, or like he belongs in a pretty good emo band, possibly.
Sure. Face details. You can go crazy with these sliders, but we don't have time for that. We just want to get in the world and do some crazy stuff. And of course, there is this slider, the endowment slider, which we will, for purposes of IGN's code of conduct, will not be messing around with. But if you do buy the game on your own, and you are over the proper age, and you want to see a male in his full form, I highly suggest turning on full over here and playing around with that slider. It'll bring many minutes of laughter. Obviously, we're going to be as large as possible, which is
fair enough.
May actually, since it doesn't really confer any strength stat bonuses, that may actually not be a great idea.
Yeah.
Because smaller would be less easy to detect. But anyway, we're going to finalize our character. Revamp the Stygian, condemned to death and exiled for the crimes including defiling a temple, mutilation of a guardsman, cool,
Ooh.
Singing body ballads.
See, he isn't an emo band.
So any who remove this body, living or dead, from the cross will be flayed alive along with all members of their family. That is strict punishment. Of course, this being a Conan game, we get the amazing Conan score. Have you seen Conan the Barbarian?
A long time ago. Yeah, one of the first movies my dad sat me down and watched. So
it holds up in a really weird way.
How so?
It doesn't hold up in a conventional way where the plot makes sense and the dialogue is good. But it does hold up in a way where there's this kind of physicality to it, and you're almost like, you really just don't even have to think that much when you're watching the film. Very fun film, though.
Yeah.
Kind of low budget, early 80s action.
It's my wheelhouse.
Yep. And here's the titular character, Conan himself. So the idea here is that we have been crucified in the desert somewhere, and along comes Conan, cuts us down to survive in this very brutal world that is kind of expressly a barren area in the Conan, in the Hyborian landscape.
We will meet again.
So straight off the bat, let's talk about what this game is and is not. I think a lot of people who know Funcom and know Age of Conan expect some kind of pseudo-MMO. And this is not an MMO, first and foremost. It is a survival game, but there are a lot of multiplayer elements to it. Oh, I'd never noticed that before, actually. There's some cool hieroglyphics.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Behold, bonded one, the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other.
It's a really cool speech you're giving me there.
As you're cutting down some
Oh, the server might not be good enough. So, in the realm of the fact that it's not an MMO. All the servers are privately hosted. Some are official. There are actually a lot of Funcom official servers, and they all have their own set of rules, like any survival game, like Rust, like DayZ, like H1Z1. Oh no!
Oh, wow.
It's a player.
Don't seem to be having the best time there.
Unconscious. Can I help you? Doesn't look like it. But you do have some stuff, so I'll take that for you. So you don't have to. Well, anyway, there's my first interaction with a player, because I've been playing pretty much on my own server up until this point. So anyway, this is a server that has about 32 people in it. And what's really cool about this game that other survival games do, but not to the extent present in this game, is you can change all of the server options when you host it. You can set the how quickly players gain experience, how much damage players deal, if PvP is toggled on. So if there are balance issues with the game, like for instance, I think that by the default settings, when you go up and attack a deer per se, it takes a long time to kill the deer, or another monster or something like that. So I would think that the player balance or damage needs to come up, and you can actually do that.
Awesome. And is it pretty easy to change those options?
It's just a slider.
Okay, that's
as
great.
where with Rust, you know, when you're creating your server, you need to go in and edit the INI file, which isn't super difficult, but is out of the game, and you have to open it up in a text editor and mess around with that. So. And check this out, dude. There's a bunch of sand.
Ooh.
And you can kind of like slide around it.
It's the journey of survival games.
Yes. This is something you can play with your friends, and if any of you have played the survival genre, starting with like DayZ, you'll know that when you die, you lose everything, but that is only half true in games like Conan Exiles as well as Rust, because the whole idea is to build a base, and then with that base, you kind of stash all your stuff, and you really only truly lose everything when somebody blows up your base, because you can spawn in your base.
Okay.
Once you craft enough. Oh man, I forgot to get the water over there. That's a pro tip. There's water that spawns over there, so we're going to head back.
Might be useful in a desert.
Sure. What are people saying? We're going to be, where can we talk to people?
All right. So yeah, again, you can reach us on YouTube youtube.com/IGN, twitch.tv/IGN, as well as on twitter.com, hashtag IGN plays live. We have a bunch of people talking in the chat. A lot of people enjoying you just destroying those bushes before.
Sure.
Which is probably the most action we've had so far. And then a mysterious player lying in the sand.
Yes.
Someone is asking, just so for those out there who know, is this going to be available on consoles? Dave Stools, at Dave Stools on Twitter, is asking.
Yes, it will be available. I believe it is going into releasing, it's either releasing or going into some preview, like period, or console preview. I'm trying to get this note, but I can't. There we go. In spring of 2017. So it's coming first to PC. It's out for PC now in early access. You can buy it. And so what we're hearing now is something interesting that really hasn't been explored in the kind of open world multiplayer survival genre, and it's a narrative.
Yeah.
And so Hyboria is obviously a place that is rich with lore, and that is kind of being explained to us by this note, which we're actually just going to drop because it does have weight to it, and we can't afford to
well, and speaking of, obviously, the lore and the history of this franchise, a bunch of people, another person just lying in the ground. A lot of people are asking, are there characters from the films in this? Will this sort of please fans of the movies and just this world as a whole?
So, in terms of the races you can play, Sumerian, Stygian, Hyborian, in terms of the pantheon of gods and goddesses, and the technology available in the world, which is very primitive, yes. In terms of, like, am I going to be fighting alongside Conan? Probably not.
No.
I think he probably just comes and cuts you down and serves as kind of a narrative element to drive your experience with other players forward. This is a multiplayer first game. You are going to be interacting with other players more than you're going to be interacting with story elements, but there could be some there have claimed to be or will potentially be PvE encounters. We can see I just gained my first level, so we're going to jump into that real quick.
All right, let's take a look.
Check out my mighty pecs.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I've got some but despite that, my strength is actually at 0. So I have 3 unspent points, and what's nice about this is I can kind of reset this at any time if I'm in a resting area. And so we have survival, encumbrance, grit, accuracy, vitality, agility, strength. That's damage with melee weapons. That's how fast I can move wearing different types of armor. That's how much health I have. That's how much damage I deal with ranged weapons. This is the size of my stamina pool, which is extremely important. This is my encumbrance level, which is how much I can carry before I'm tired. And this is survival, which means how quickly I kind of degenerate hunger, basically. So
Okay.
if I have more survival, I will become hungry less often.
Okay.
And so to start, that's very important. So I'm going to go ahead and dump 1 point into that. And then we're going to actually go 2 points into that and 1 point into vitality for my life. And we can see over here, here's my crafting tab. And this is what I can actually craft right now based upon what we've picked up. And I'm going to go ahead and craft a stone pickaxe.
Could be useful.
Yeah, definitely. And then we can also see learn recipes. Now here's kind of the crafting pane, and this is what I really like. Even if you die in Conan Exiles, even if your base is destroyed, you retain all of this stuff with your character as long as you don't switch servers.
Okay.
So if you've been playing 900 hours and I've been playing 9 hours, when you die and lose everything and I die and lose everything, you'll still be significantly ahead of me in terms of what you can create and how quickly you can create it.
Got it.
So the first thing we're going to do is Apprentice Craftsman, which is going to give me access to all of this other stuff. And then I think a very important thing is just being able to build a sword. Although the bow and arrow is really nice, but we're just going to be able to craft a sword. So
what have you enjoyed playing with weapon-wise since you've been playing?
The combat is pretty rough right now, but bow and arrow is always a fun choice. Shooting is always fun. The two-handed mace is hilarious. I was chasing around a deer for like 10 minutes trying to kill it with a two-handed mace. Oh, we can hear a monster. Oh, there he is. Good thing he didn't attack me. Wow, another just a bunch of unconscious players.
Everyone's unconscious.
This does not bode well for us.
Did we wake up after like a crazy party in the desert?
It must have been.
Yeah.
That must be the case. So right now I'm gathering sticks and stones so I can break people's bones because words can't hurt them. And then I'm also gathering plant fiber, which is extremely important. To build clothes, to craft things, and basically this is going to be something that if you stay on the same server, you're only going to have to really do once to like basically arm yourself, or you know, if you die and lose everything. But the idea would be we get enough stuff to kind of build a base, and with this stone pickaxe, I can actually go up to these stone. Start. Maybe not this
Chipping
one.
away.
Okay, fine. The distinction between stones you can and cannot mine is
non-existent?
yes.
Or, yeah.
Tenuous at best.
Yeah.
So we're going to head towards a more lush area because you can see we're running low on water. Thankfully, all those unconscious people
have offered plenty of supplies.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and drink some water. You can see my water gauge filling up there. These types of games are about playing together with your friends, building a base, and surviving against enemy players, as well as having a ton of hijinks along the way. And we can see a player in general chat, which I didn't even know was a thing, saying he can't find ironstone anywhere. Keep in mind, online interactions are not rated by the ESRB, so there could very well be some very, very hateful speech said.
We are not liable. You can read the fine print
Yes.
as it goes across the screen.
Yes. All right, so here we're getting to a more lush area. This is not a procedurally generated map.
Okay, we have had a few questions about that.
Yeah.
I was just about to bring that up.
This is all handcrafted, which confers the benefit of being really interesting, like having that giant statue over there. But also, you're going to know where everything is if you play it for long enough. So I'm interested to see how they handle that challenge.
Yeah. How have you found managing the survival aspects of the game? Just your resources and everything. Has that been so far?
It's been a little annoying at times. I'll be like trying to accomplish something, and then I'll be like, "You're starving." I'm like, "Ugh." So kind of part of it is just finding a place where you can have food and water, and I guarantee we're going to start seeing some player huts down here.
Okay.
So we get to our first kind of oasis. I'm going to figure out a way to get down and scale these. And since we're probably going to run into maybe other players as well as monsters for sure. Oh man, look at all that.
Ooh.
I'm just going to craft 10 though. We're going to make a sword and a shield. I'm going to forego making clothing right now. Just
Well, you look so good.
I know, right.
Why cover that up?
Exactly. So we don't really need that. We do need an axe, however. Feed me questions. What are people asking?
So people are asking, where are the monsters? What are some of the monsters you have encountered? A couple questions from YouTube about that.
Sure. There are these things called shalebacks, like the stone, and they are basically turtles that can grow to a monstrous size. So the smaller ones you can just freely kill for food, as well as leather. But the larger ones will totally mess you up if you don't, if you're not savvy in combat.
Okay. Have you found the fights with them to be challenging?
Yes, but for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
Like they jump right at you and almost get a guaranteed hit on you. You can do this by hitting shift, which kind of backs you up, and that's kind of the main way that you fight is by attacking and then kind of quickly retreating.
Okay.
Some of the other weapons you can do larger swings and stuff like that, as well as special attacks.
Got it.
So the combat is okay. It needs work for sure, especially since every other survival game is basically range based. It's guns, it's bows and arrows.
Yeah.
This is a melee focused survival game. So that system really needs to work.
Well, and speaking of other survival games, questions across everywhere we're playing right now. On Twitter, Jonah Gregg asks, is it the same as Ark Survival Evolved? And a lot of people have been asking what are the differences and similarities between this and Ark that you've noticed so far.
So Ark is much farther along, but I actually think this is a much stronger foundation than Ark Survival Evolved.
Okay.
I think that all of the stuff that Ark Survival Evolved does that is opaque and difficult to understand and kind of a pain in the butt, Conan so far has done a very good job of explaining, like, hey, here's all the crafting. The HUD is much more presentable. Ark Survival Evolved is very fun, but yes, this is that's not an unfair comparison at all.
Okay.
I think Ark has the edge on this game just because it's been out for
of course.
longer time.
Yeah.
But, where will this game be in 6 months? Who can say? And then I think Rust is in an absolutely amazing state right now. If you are interested in playing a game like this that is not in a super early access area, Rust is the game that I would play. And then DayZ will just forever be a disaster. That game is never going to be good. I'm sorry. There's a lot of a player.
Ooh.
There's a lot of fun experiences to be had. Oh, I can't move in DayZ, but man, that game's just forever buggy.
No, yeah.
I'm carrying way too much. All right, so I guess, man. Okay, let's.
Of course, we
this.
just get to the player.
Yes, let's drop half that.
All that wood.
Well, let's run over here. I don't want to fight this guy right away. Looks like he's just adventuring, doing his own thing. Didn't seem to mind that I was here, so I'm just gonna let him. The dude abides, and we're gonna go ahead and craft. I'm gonna put a point in encumbrance so I can carry more.
Okay.
Craft a sword here.
Cyborg Man on YouTube asked the very important question: can you make the guy roar like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Man, I don't
unlocked
know.
that?
That's a good question. I may have to dive into the key bindings. I've seen NPCs roar, hey, here's our first player hut.
Ooh.
So this is a stone fortification built by a player that seems to have been completely demolished.
Ooh.
And actually, I'm going to use this as my base of operations.
Foundation.
Yeah. We can see that I'm having a lot of trouble with my hunger there, so I'm going to go ahead and eat insects. Eat a ton of insects. Whoa, hey, there's a monster.
Which is perfect timing, because a few people have asked, why haven't you killed anything yet? So
here we go.
Hopefully we will now.
I always want to hit space to dodge. Hitting shift to dodge just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, got him. Easy.
Number one down.
All right, so you can check to see if they have anything in their inventory. If they don't, then you just dismantle them for parts with your axe. You can see I'm getting hide, I'm getting bone, I'm getting feral flesh, stuff like that.
We come back 3 hours later, you're just still doing that.
Yeah.
We got to talk.
Okay, there's the first shaleback, and we
Okay.
can see another monster is aggroing here. The shaleback is kind of a neutral monster. And this is there's two.
Oh, wow.
In the sense that he won't just flat out attack you. But he will attack you if you attack his young or if you get too close to him.
Okay.
I haven't found the power attacks to be particularly devastating, as you can kind of just like spam attack like that. It seems to do just fine.
Have you found when you're getting ganged up on by enemies, does that make it pretty difficult to handle, or is it just hack and slash?
You just hack and slash.
Yeah.
Like I said, the combat definitely needs some work here. But I imagine as you get better weapons and stuff like that, in an RPG sense, it kind of becomes easier to manage. All right, so we have a bunch of weird, gross, tiny man flesh, and we're gonna go ahead and be able to. Ooh, okay. I gotta learn how to make a fire pit. Then we're gonna make a fire pit. I need more branches. All right, so we can see that I'm getting really low on hunger there. I'm gonna continue to eat insects to just stave that off for a minute.
It's amazing he can keep up those pecs and those abs with this many insects.
With
that's
insects.
impressive.
After being crucified as well.
Yeah.
For who knows how many weeks. You would think that he would not look that good.
He's my fitness goals.
All right. Getting some branches here. So we can get branches by just collecting them, or we can go up to a tree. I'm a little bit wary of going up to that tree just because there's so many guys, but whatever. No, that's too close.
So on Twitch, ZynaxPlay is asking, obviously you were talking about playing with friends. If you're playing alone, have you played much alone? And
I've played forever alone.
okay,
so
you've been playing only alone. And that experience has been relatively okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, these games are always best played with friends because you're going to be more powerful. You're also not going to, I don't know, be bored. Like, you're always going to be interacting with your friends and having a good time. So I would definitely recommend, with any survival game, that you get a group of friends together and all roll characters on the same server. Maybe even create your own server if that's something you're really into. That's something this game seems really well suited to do, because if you don't like certain aspects of the game or find certain things to be, like, just oppressive in terms of the difficulty or how much you have to eat to be able to continue to survive, you can kind of scale that stuff back and even turn some stuff off. So, all right, hopefully that's enough. There we go. All right, so I'm crafting a nice little... Oh, land's already claimed. Okay, so maybe...
Ooh.
Okay, that's a problem. All right, so now I need to create a stone foundation, which means I need to go back here, learn recipes, apprentice stone mason.
ChartMB on YouTube did make the good point. Insects do have protein.
They do.
So that's fair. I want them to have a balanced diet. As well,
Exactly.
just not only insects.
They have a lot of nutrients, too. All right, so land already claimed. So it appears as though you can see that I just can't build on other people's land, which is really interesting because in Rust, one of the best strategies... Oh, boy. I didn't aggro that guy. That's good.
Ooh.
One of the best strategies for getting into somebody else's base is building like a little stairway up the side of it or something. So maybe there will be. So all this land seems to already be claimed because there's a fort over there. So that's nice. I mean, maybe that's something you can turn on or off. I'm going to go ahead and make... I'm gonna make a nice beachfront property considering property value. And oh god!
Oh no!
Man, these guys are really ugly up close. I'm gonna punch this one to death.
Oh! Just nope. There we go.
There we go.
That was a powerful final punch.
Yes. All right. So let's toss this on here. And now we're gonna go back up to this guy and hack him to pieces and eat him, because that's what you do. It's Conan. It's a brutal world.
Live by brutal rules.
Man, I hear more people.
You picked the wrong fight.
I do like the taunting. That's something I really like, is the voice taunting during combat. All right, so you can see I'm very thirsty, and there's all this water. How do I drink it? I just go in here and press E a bunch, and then I just drink straight from the lake.
Amazingly, the entire lake is filtered, so it's very healthy for you.
All right, so we're going to put some wood in there. We're going to split that as to not put... Well, all right, fine. We'll just put all of it in there for now. And then we're going to put our feral flesh, which we have a ton of, in here, and cook it. And so we're going to turn the fire on, because that's how you turn fires on. You hit the on switch. There's a bunny over here. You know what? I need hide. I'm sorry.
Oh,
man.
No, not the...
Look at how peaceful he is, too.
Fine, do it. I need to look away.
Look at his final view. It's a beautiful way.
Oof.
We should all be so lucky to go so
I was about
quickly
to
and so
spoil a
beautifully.
movie. Oh, man. Oof. Wow. I'm going to need a moment.
What movie are you going to...
I don't want to spoil it because it's probably too soon to say.
The movie with the bunny?
No, just like the end shot of like you see the beautiful sun.
Oh,
I think we were at the same screening of that movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I feel like it's still too soon.
Yeah, it is still too soon.
Uh,
All right. So now we're going to see what we can do. Let's see how many points we have. Okay, we only have 1 point.
Right.
The next thing I want to unlock is archery.
Okay.
But we're going to go ahead and continue spending points here. I'm going to toss them in encumbrance because I really just don't think that that's a bad way to spend them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the next thing we want to create is another one of those stone foundations. So let's go find some stone. Oh, okay, there's another dude. That's fine. There's a little turtle as well.
Gods take you.
Are you going to kill the turtle too? Are you gonna do
No,
this to
I'm
me?
actually good for now.
All right. All right.
Because I need to make a base before I can worry about such lavish things as a turtle shell. I will take his eggs, though.
Oh.
Those are really tasty. Yummy.
So a couple of you people have been asking, because we talked before, obviously we're leaving him just with his loincloth. Can you talk a little more about the clothing options?
Sure. The clothing options are, it seems to be just a tiered system where cloth is able to... Oh, is that a fire? What is that? No. Okay, that's the sun. Cloth seems to be the easiest to create, and then leather, like a thick hide, and then probably mail. And that's just going to give you more weight as well as more damage resistance. I'm not sure how much there is aesthetically in terms of like you can make this just to look cool, but maybe that's something. I know that there are things like you can mount a deer head or you know, some kind of crest on your in your house for purely aesthetic purposes. All right, so there's a fire over here, which is locked because that's how fires work. A lot of these little monster dudes around here.
Yeah.
And then there's also a chest right there somewhere. Gained a level. So one thing that I really love about this game in particular, in terms of its... Oh, man. Get out of here. You guys are everywhere. Just leave.
You picked the wrong fight.
Oh, okay. I'm starving to death. Let me go.
Ooh.
Let me go eat. Then we'll keep talking. But if I go up to this tree and start hacking at it, you can see my axe breaks. And now if I want to create a new one, I just hit the hotkey where it's assigned, and it'll craft one.
Oh, nice.
Straight away. There's my house.
How's the beachfront doing?
It's doing very well. It's completely unprotected, and I'm actually going to turn this fire off as to not attract attention. We have a bunch of shredded roast, which we can eat. Oh, man, go away. Oh, no, it's a pig guy.
Man.
This could be really bad.
You went after all his kids.
No, I didn't. Those are the one thing I didn't kill. All right. We're just going to eat that. All right, so now we're nice and healthy, and we'll regenerate life, assuming that this guy doesn't chase us to the ends of the earth.
Just lie down like one of the unconscious bodies. Just
yes.
Just make them
That's a
think.
good strategy. I do notice the leash range in this game, so how far you have to run for the monster to stop chasing you is incredibly far.
Really?
And just so we can actually see, I'm going to craft the torch. There appears to be a guy right there who's now going to come attack me.
Oh, lovely.
He's not a player. He's I'm pretty sure he's an NPC. but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an exile.
Just like the title.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Good point. I also noticed that sometimes... I'm gonna back out. Come on. There we go. So that's an example of how you can get a couple hits in and avoid getting hit yourself. You can also do... Oh, I dropped down a ledge. Now he has to path down here. He's having a lot of trouble. That's how to beat the NPCs in this game right now.
Ledges.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and equip a torch so we can see who we're fighting. Back up a little bit. Whoa, decapitation. Nice. And if you notice my health, I was just about to die. So that worked out well for me. I hear footsteps, though. And I don't like those. All right, there's that shaleback that was attacking me. He's just decided to not.
Just chilling now.
Yeah, all right. I'm going back to my beautiful beachfront estate.
A couple players have been asking, are there any offline options for the game?
There are.
Okay.
You can play offline or create your own server. Actually, I'm not 100% sure about completely offline. I think you still have to be connected to your own server.
Okay.
Or maybe to the Funcom servers for authentication purposes. But you can definitely play solo if that's your preference. You can just set the maximum number of players to 1.
Okay.
So, oh, my
Ooh.
God. These guys. This is why I need an actual house and not just a little... a little thing.
People love a nice view. You had to set up at the beach.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Man, go away! The world is filled with monsters.
Maybe he likes you and he just doesn't know how to express it.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing I want to do is create a sleeping bag. So in case I do die, I will spawn in an area that is here and not somewhere random.
Okay. Are we good? Nope.
Yeah, that looks like the big
Still
guy.
chasing. Yeah.
Why does he hate me so much? I'll never know. So you start the game with this very mysterious bracelet, which you can see on my torch wielding hand.
Yes.
And I believe that has to do with the religion system, but I don't know. That's. Oh, look, I got ironstone. That's very rare. So, all right. So the next thing we're going to do is build another foundation, which we need more stone for. Oh, no, wait. I said I was going to build a bedroll, right? Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
More comments? What's up? What's
yeah,
up? What's up?
Shibi Lisk is asking about the requirements for the game, just in general. Have you found it's pretty accessible to play, just like performance-wise?
I haven't played it on a system that has very low specs.
Okay.
My understanding of it is it's relatively well optimized.
Okay.
So if you have trouble running games like Ark, you may be fine with this. Whoa, this thing died.
Ooh.
Well, only one thing to do now. That's what you get for chasing me, dude. Yeah, I believe this is just a bit better, a little bit like less intensive, but it looks very nice to me. So it's got that going for it.
And a few questions about the taming of animals. Is that a thing you can do in this game? People want to know.
You can tame other people.
Okay.
I'm not sure about taming animals. Maybe. So you can create. There's a thrall system which basically enslaves people to your will, and that's kind of how the problem with games like food poisoning. Oh no, that's not good. The problem with games like Rust sometimes, for those of us who can't play 14 hours a day, is when you log out, your base stays there, your body stays there, and people can come and destroy your base, take all your stuff. But with this thrall system, the idea is you're able to recruit NPCs in the world to kind of come back to your base. Man, I'm so sick of these guys. Come back to your base and defend it while you're away. Now, we saw how effective some of those NPCs were, so maybe not that great of an option right now. But all right, so I have a bedroll now, but I need a place to put it. I can put it on that, but that's just bad manners.
Exposure. Yeah.
So we're going to head over and look for some rocks to mine. Doing our best to avoid the giant turtle dads.
So that we came across that claimed land before, that was by another player, yes, or by an NPC?
Another player.
Another player.
Another player. As far as I'm aware, there's no
NPC sort of.
NPC restrictions. There might be, though, on like towers or castles or things.
Yeah, John Atkinson on YouTube was asking if NPCs would have dominion over some of the land, and you can claim it.
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. And all this is definitely subject to change. Carrying too much again. The way I'm going to solve that is by putting 2 points in my encumbrance, because it's just really annoying to have to worry about how much you're carrying. And again, if encumbrance isn't something you like, for your server, you can have the cap super high, or maybe just have players level up more quickly. So there are options. All right, we're going to go ahead and craft another foundation, building out our beautiful beachfront. And
lovely estate.
This time, we are going to put a nice bedroll down there. So now, the way this doesn't actually allow you to sleep and skip time because time is flowing for everybody, but what it does allow you to do is save your spawn location.
Okay.
So anytime I die, I will spawn here until that is destroyed. Let's see if I can create more of these. Looks like I can. Now let's go keep mining stone.
Joey Crame, or Cram, perhaps, on YouTube is asking, you never know, is it possible to go underground, or I guess are there any like
Caves?
Interior caves that you can see?
Probably. I would imagine there would
across?
be. I think I'm not really sure the world size, but if you take a look around, there's a lot of landmarks, and I'm sure caves would be amongst the usual fare. There we go. Get that out of the way. And now we're going to turn off the chat. Gameplay. Never.
Always.
Always show me the crap people are talking about.
All right.
You can see how quick the day-night cycle is. Oh, no, wait. Maybe this is a storm.
There we go. Ooh.
No, it doesn't look like it.
You've encountered a storm before?
No.
Okay.
I have yet to encounter a storm. I'm really not sure how they work.
And a couple people, obviously, we were talking about this a little earlier, but a few people are just asking what you feel like this. How does Conan really set itself apart from other survival games?
I think this is going to sound really weird. So this is an incredibly unfinished game. There's a lot of bugs. The combat needs a lot of work. There's a lot of things that need to happen. It's in early access, but the whole genre has been like that, which is super weird. I've never had a genre. There's never been a genre in gaming that like is specifically underdeveloped the way that kind of open world survival games are. And in terms of other games that launch, like when Rust launched, oh hey, here's our first player. See if they're gonna be friendly. Yeah, looks like they're just taking stuff. All right,
taking a nice breeze.
All right, well, I mean until they shoot me with a bow and arrow from the cliff. But in terms of like early access launches as survival games go, I don't think this is that bad.
Okay.
It's got a mixed review on Steam, which I think is totally fine because like it is a mixed product.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm kind of tired of survival games coming out and like getting away with the fact that they're completely unfinished.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird thing that I don't understand why people keep buying it, but hey, they do, and so do I. So I guess it's our fault. But yeah, I think in terms of it setting itself apart, what it has in terms of like a real hook, the thrall system is unique. The religion system, summoning these giant avatars, I think it's a lot more thematically interesting than a game like Ark, because it's this very consistent world. It's not these like weird dissonant parts like I'm going to be wielding a sword and then a machine gun the next.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fighting a dinosaur and then having a flamethrower and like. Yeah, so I can get into it for that reason. But
Okay. And how have you found the religion system so far?
I have not messed around with it. Apparently, that's kind of a later game thing.
Okay.
All right, so now we're just trying to build walls. That's what it's all about. And then as soon as I have a nice base set up, we'll start to...
oh, this is just Animal Crossing. This is
yes,
I can
yes,
all
yes,
right,
yes.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now I get
It's
it.
like
yeah.
it's like an Animal Crossing where you can kill everybody you find.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, Rossetti is awful, so I wish I could.
We're going to try finding some players here in just a second as soon as I have a base, and I'm confident that I'm not going to die and lose all my stuff. We'll really dig into the combat system. That'll be the latter half of the stream for sure.
All right.
But in the meantime, go ahead and tweet your questions at IGN Plays Live, and we're monitoring all the chats. So
Yeah, we're
let us
still
know
on
what's
Twitch
going
and YouTube, so feel free to throw your questions in there. Let's see. On Twitch, someone is debating whether or not that decapitation a little while ago, was it decapitation or an explosion?
It is definitely an explosion. They all of the corpses seem to like they have these preset breaking points on their arms, and they all just pop apart.
Yeah.
So that needs a bit of work as well. Oh boy.
Oof.
So I'll be really interested to see how this development comes along. Funcom is a developer that I've always thought has really interesting ideas and consistently releases games in an unfinished state. But hey, now they found a genre where that's okay. So
It's par for the course.
yeah, exactly. So maybe this is really their niche. And I also think to Funcom's credit, like if we hit the escape button real quick, it has clan systems.
Okay.
It has a friend panel. So
Yeah.
a lot of things that are just completely not found in other survival games, Funcom addresses, which I like. And then also, like I was talking about before, all those various server options I think are really great.
Yeah.
Is this fire still going? Oh, it's 16.
But as I've seen pop up in several of the chats, very important question, is there a pooping option?
Man, I don't know.
Eh.
That is a good question.
The people want to know.
People want to know.
Also, speaking of, obviously, we'll get to some more combat later, you were saying. But as we've been fighting on land, can you fight underwater? Are there sea monsters to fight that you're
Go find
aware
out. I believe there are.
of? All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like again.
The wrong fight.
okay.
In fact, there's even a what is this?
Some coral,
Some
maybe?
shrubbery that I can get. Yeah. Oh wow, I can get plant fiber from underwater.
Oh,
That
not
is
bad.
so cool. Great question. It also looks like there's stone I can mine, which doesn't give me any, so never mind. That's really interesting. That's cool. Great question, whoever that was. All right, so now I'm gonna create a box because I need to be able to store stuff. So I'm gonna unlock that with 2 points. Man, that's expensive, but hey, I guess storage is very important. And nobody has come along and stole my stuff yet. So
Couple people, including Count Samson on YouTube, have been asking whether or not we could take a look at the map.
sure.
in general, just to
Bam.
take a look at it.
So we're down here. You start. I've always started down here.
Okay.
So unlike games like Daisy or Rust, where you just randomly pop into an area in the world, it seems like all the players start here and kind of work their way through, which is again kind of speaking to the relatively linear and narrative nature of this particular survival game, but pretty massive.
Yeah.
And there appears to be some ruins here. And I would only imagine this would grow over time and new elements would come into the game. All right. So I think what's kind of interesting, we were talking about Age of Conan, the MMO, and
Yes.
and Conan here,
Yeah.
and how this is not an MMO. However, I think that if there is a game that takes a lot of the kind of pillars of MMOs, which are exploration, PvP, grouping up emergently with other people, I think it's the survival genre. So it is kind of a nice, interesting, natural transition into the survival genre from the MMO mindset. And this is kind of your own mini MMO. There's a great video, I don't know the YouTuber who created it, but he was basically saying, like, how massive do MMOs need to be?
Yeah.
And the answer, I don't think, is 60,000 players on a single server. I think it feels massive with 64. So, and that, this is kind of an evolution of that.
Yeah.
As where other games are too, like Rust, like DayZ, like Ark.
And what sort of have the server sizes that you've been on so far been about? How many players?
They've all been 32.
Okay.
But I believe there can be 64. I'm not sure. That again will probably increase over time.
Got it.
You can get your own private server that you could either host from, like, a PC that you've just dedicated as a server, or your PC that you're playing on, though the performance will not be good for other players. Funcom also has like literally hundreds of official servers you can play on. So take your pick.
And a couple people have been
Dress
asking,
flush.
do the resources that you've mined already, are they respawning, or once you've sort of taken use of an area of the map, is that all you can get out of it?
That's a really good question. I'm not sure whether I am 100% sure they will respawn.
Yeah.
The question is when, and I just don't know. All right, so I need 10 twine. We're going to go ahead and craft that. I'm going to level up. I'm going to put... man, I really like this encumbered steel. But now we're going to start going with some strength, kind of building out the combat.
So Caleb Atchison on YouTube is asking if there are air-based enemies. We saw a very spooky bird fly by earlier.
Super spooky.
Have you fought any in your time so far?
I have not,
air-based?
and every time I've run into that bird in that spot, he's flown away. So I think that's a scripted event.
Okay.
But I imagine there would be.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to see the various types of enemies. All right, so we're putting our door on here. Now it is officially mine. Nobody else can get it. Oh, man. Nobody else can get in here unless I can hold E and bring up options.
Okay.
I can dismantle it. I can interact. Cancel. What can I do? Okay.
Love what you've done with the place.
So in games like Rust, you can put a lock on your door and choose who has access to it. I think it's just by default nobody else can access it. And actually, since people can't build stuff, I'm really not super concerned about putting a roof.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's see if I can jump in. That's the question. All right, so I need to put a roof on.
Okay, yeah.
Or at least
Probably
higher
couldn't
walls. I don't think I have room for stairs, so we're just going to have a very claustrophobic
And we
thing.
picked the tallest form, right, for the guy at the beginning of character
Yeah,
creation?
we did.
So
Good point. Good point.
Might have to duck down when he goes inside his own house.
All right, there's the ceiling, which is super claustrophobic, but hey, it's a living.
Oof.
So let's go get some more stone. We're going to put 3 more ceiling plates on there, and then we're going to get into gearing out for the combat and hunting down some other players and doing the kind of emergent griefing that is just part of the genre.
Cyborgman on YouTube, obviously we haven't in this playthrough yet, but have you seen any giants in the game?
I've not seen any giants yet. But again, they could be in here. If it's in the Hyborian lore, then it's fair game. The things I have seen are the shalebacks. I've seen very large alligators, which are terrifying, especially in the water. I've seen enemy NPCs with their animations all busted, gliding across the ground without moving their legs.
Which is really scarier than if they were just normally walking. Yeah.
There may be some kind of religious superpower, but I'm not sure.
Very true.
Those are the enemies I've seen so far.
Potato King makes the
hey.
joke I would have expected I should have made much earlier in this. He made it more as a statement, but I'm going to pose as a question. Why didn't we make our guy look like Conan O'Brien? / can you make him look like Conan O'Brien?
Yeah, I think the character creator is actually pretty nuts.
Okay. Good red pompadour options.
Yeah.
All right.
Just constantly carrying too much. All right. So every time I eat that flesh, wait, am I eating the right flesh? Yeah, shredded roast. Huh. I'm getting food poisoning, which I'm not really sure what that's doing. I guess it's not allowing me to heal. Doesn't look like my health pool is going down, but whatever. I'm fine. I've noticed in this game, compared to other games, when players see each other, they don't kill each other on sight, which is really weird.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is a PvP enabled. I really hope it is. I hope I didn't join a PvE server. That would be bad news.
We joined an Afterlife server because everyone is just dead on the ground.
Yes,
apparently.
yes. It's like that great song by Avenged Sevenfold. Failed to place building. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Okay, maybe I need to... Too far underneath the ground. No. Ha-ha!
there we
All
go.
right. All right, so now we just need to... Stop it.
Damien Groen on YouTube is asking, are there any sort of supply drops or crates that you've seen in the round? Sort of. Just
Oh,
with-
yeah, that's a really good...
pickup.
So that question sounds ridiculous in the context of Conan, but
yes. Yeah.
in every other game there are. So there are like these airships that come along, will drop supplies, and it's a really cool way for players to kind of come together and have some conflict. Oh, look what I did over here.
That's the nice outdoor area.
All right,
That's-
so
yeah, for
I have another
visitors.
one of these, so I guess we have a cool... What is this
You're
called?
building a
An
porch?
awning?
Yeah, that's
nice
an awning
awning?
for the porch.
Look at that. Look at our
This is
beachfront property.
fantastic. We could resell this. We could flip
We
that
really
for
could.
crazy amounts.
I could flip that for 90 man flesh easily. All right, let's get back in there. So I am dying. I want to drop the putrid meat, and I want to eat the shredded roast, which should not be giving me food poisoning, but is giving me food poisoning, and I have no idea why.
Strange.
So that's really annoying. So I guess my guy is very dietarily restricted.
He likes a very nice kale salad and nothing else.
Yes,
That's his
yeah.
pure diet in
Yeah.
this world.
Good.
A few people have been asking, because they're new to the stream, we've been switching back and forth so that you can play in third or first person. Do you have a preference?
It's
depending on the
depending
scenario?
upon what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
Yeah.
if I'm playing, if I'm like mining stuff, I prefer to be in first person. If I'm combat or just exploring, I prefer to be in third. And you can just switch with this slider. You can actually bring the camera really close
Oh,
and then really back far. I'm really concerned about why I'm not regaining HP. So we have this meat, this very savory flesh, which should not
be giving you food
be
poisoning.
giving me food poisoning. So I'm going to cook that. Let's toss some wood in here. Well, I don't need 100 wood. I need...
Nesbiz on Twitch suggests we put in a chimney, otherwise we'll get smoked out by that fire.
Seriously? Really?
Can we? Do you actually need to build a chimney?
Let's see. This is a fun experiment.
Yeah. He just gets ridiculously high in there.
What are you burning? This looks okay. I
Yeah,
mean, I
think
am
we're all right.
dying, but we can't... I think I may just have some kind of disease. So,
Yeah, it's fine.
all right, so we're going to eat this grilled steak. Use. Didn't get food poisoning. Regenerating HP. Everything's cool. All right,
All right.
so I guess the shredded roast, I really don't think that should be giving me food poisoning, but it was. So there you go. I'm going to drop all this putrid meat, which turns so quick, man.
Jeez.
And I'm going to drop the majority of this stuff,
Yeah.
too, because I just don't. Apparently, it's not that valuable. These eggs are valuable. Bone. And what's cool now that we have that box in there.
Can store.
Yes.
Yeah.
So... another cool thing is you can see how like my sword is kind of messed up, but not
Yes.
entirely messed up. I can choose to repair it, which will take the appropriate amount of resources. I need more stone. Did I drop a bunch of stone? I feel like I've been mining stone for years, but I guess I did just build this stone house. So
So a couple characters, couple people on YouTube. They're all characters to me. No one exists. They've been asking. Obviously, we skipped through it a little bit, but the character creation you were saying a little bit before, it feels pretty robust.
yes, yeah,
can you
yeah.
speak a little more to
I
that?
think that is one of the elements that is pretty well built out at this point. You can kind of change your face as you see fit, and then, more importantly, I think you can choose your race, your religion, your. Those are the two main things, like the gods you worship, and so I think that's interesting, and that's really kind of in line with the Conan lore. That felt pretty good. You know, it's early. This
Yeah.
game definitely feels early. It feels unfinished because it is, but I think they're off to a pretty good start. So far, this has been a relatively unannoying first 30 minutes in a survival game, as far as survival games go. So.
And yeah, a couple people have been asking once you feel like the house is proper, they want to see more of the
Oh
the
yeah.
map and just run around.
We'll
Yeah,
we'll
be getting
explore. I'm gonna even create some rudimentary armor here, although
Awesome.
that's probably a waste. So never mind. I'll just be naked. So let's see what we can craft now that we have recipes. So bow and arrow is absolutely crucial. And then if we wanted to continue down the line of really gearing ourselves out with some like kind of thick hide, I could create an armorer's bench, which would allow me to make a shield, which is very important.
Okay.
But we're just going to go out there relatively primal.
A couple people who've been joining late are asking, what was that game that lets you change the endowment size? Just so they're aware, that's this game.
That is this game.
We are not addressing that at that time, but
Sure.
yes, that is.
Yeah, you can. The physics on that thing are impressive,
Yes.
to say the least. If not a little bit unrealistic.
Oh, maybe for some. Who's
Well,
to say?
well.
We don't know everything. who's to say?
Just in terms of, I don't think anybody's business is going to be blown around in the wind the
Fair.
way it is when you see
That's
it in
true.
the character creation. It's like a beautiful kite. All right, let's get back to the house. Get some more wood. And so this is kind of the what gives combat weight in this game. Russ does a fantastic job of really putting a lot of weight in terms of time invested into the game behind each combat. So when you do get into an engagement with somebody, you feel a lot on the line. You kind of get some sweaty palms and fight. But unlike Rust, this game's combat is really not all that right now. So that's a little bit frustrating. But everything else, so far, pretty good. I'm going to put my really precious stuff in here because we're about to go beef with some people. And let's see what we can build. I need twine. I'm going to craft this twine. Oh wait, this just takes plant fiber. Never mind. Yeah, this is worth it. So we're gonna clothe ourselves.
Oh no.
I know.
I'm gonna miss those abs.
Yeah, me too. All right, so that needs a little bit more.
All right. Let's see.
We're gonna create a bow, and we're gonna create arrows, which take a lot of stone, but thankfully we have quite a bit.
Duggan phrasing in response to
Yes.
slang like
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see. What
So now
else
we can
have
see that's
going on.
auto-equipped. So I'm now wearing a very
Okay.
rudimentary.
It's kind of got
thing
like a
here.
lower cape going on scenario right
Yeah,
there.
we're getting some really good lag too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go swimming and look for some plant fiber because we need some more of it. It does feel pretty fluid. So in terms of the way it controls, it does feel relatively fluid,
movement,
especially for
yeah.
survival games. The only huge beef, huge unforgivable, you need to change this next patch beef I have is in MMOs, in survival games, in whatever, you hold shift to run, right?
Yeah.
And then you hit D, which is going to have you strafe. But if you go to strafe by hitting W and D at the same time and then hit shift, you dodge. So a lot of the times you'll go to like
Okay.
move and you'll like sidestep and it just
Ooh.
feels awful.
But in general, going from land to sea to
Yeah,
just general
yeah.
movement
It's
has been
all
good.
and opening doors. It's all very smooth. I think that one thing needs to get addressed and maybe needs to get reworked. But aside from that, pretty great.
A couple people have been asking. I don't know if you played. How does this compare? Do you feel to State of Decay?
Oh, apples and oranges.
Okay.
That's
That's been coming
Those-
up a bunch in
State of
chat,
Decay.
so-
That's really interesting. State of Decay is not. I would not compare that to this game, though they are both survival games. State of Decay is in a league of its own when compared to games like Rust, DayZ. First of all, it's not multiplayer. State of Decay 2 will be cooperative.
Yes,
but
people have been
that's-
asking about State of Decay 2 as well.
Yeah, so
but
that's
obviously-
that's a
gotten
very
there
different
yet.
kind of game. That's cooperative focused. That's a lot more akin to. Oh man, what is that game akin to? That game doesn't have a lot of competitors.
Yeah.
It's really good. You should totally
pretty
play
neat,
it.
yeah. I got lost in that first one for a while.
Yeah, it's very fun. There's this whole like crew management thing and base building, and there's a big narrative to it. This is not like that. This is a multiplayer focused. Everything is facilitating your interaction. Man, this lag is brutal. Your interaction with other players.
All right, and players have been asking. Obviously, we had messed around with chat a little bit, but what are the chat options in talking to other players?
Looks like there's general chat. Looks like you can add friends. So I'd imagine you could like whisper people. We're gonna get fully clothed here. Then we're gonna create a shield.
Okay.
And maybe a couple more arrows. We're going to go on a very long, perilous journey that will certainly, I guarantee, will end in death. You will see me die, so we're going to explore the map as much as possible, and we are also going to try and get into some shenanigans with other players. Maybe shoot them, maybe stab them, you know, what have you.
Just
Time to be aggressive. Be aggressive. I do like this a lot when you crack the rock.
Yeah, ooh. Just
the horizon! The sun, it sets. Wow, that was cool.
I was alarmed for a second. I thought it was just a giant beast.
Yeah, a huge dragon. No thanks. A giant snake avatar. So if you have seen any promotional footage for this game, you will have seen the giant bronze Crom statue come to life. Level up. Let's see. Don't have any points, so we're just going to go ahead and drop these aloe leaves, which apparently have no weight to them. Really dumb thing to drop.
And a couple people had been asking before when we paused. There was the bracelet option, I believe, in there to take off. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
I don't know. I don't know a ton about it.
Okay.
I could try. Hey, is this a player? Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Hey, what's up? I'm not going to fight you yet because I don't have a shield. I don't know. They looked AFK though.
Yeah.
They still there?
Want to take them on? Ooh.
I'm carrying too much. I'm gonna go put all this stuff back. We're gonna do this the right survival way.
Okay. People are asking, are there any sort of special abilities that your character can gain?
So for example, when you create a spear, you can charge. I don't know if you can like hurl a fireball. That might be an option at some point, but. All right. So let's see what else we're gonna craft. One thing I would love to see is there's somebody outside my house.
Nope.
Go away. Which reminds me, we should totally turn this off before it becomes a problem.
Oh yeah.
Audio, voice chat volume, voice volume. It sounds like somebody's trying to break in, but I don't think that's what's happening.
Yeah,
so I think we're okay.
we'll find out.
I have a bunch of plant fiber in here. Look at that. Okay, so we have our armor. We have our arrows. We have a sword. We're gonna make 2 shields because shields break. The first shield is absolutely terrible.
Yeah. How many hits can it sustain?
Oh, man, like 2.
Okay.
It's bad.
Nice.
I think the better strategy is to dodge. Actually, here's a good question. I wonder if I can dual wield swords. Let's find out right now. Worst case scenario, I can just kind of put it in my... All right, so now that it's nighttime, I don't really have anything to cook, but just for ambiance sake, we'll just toss some wood in there.
Set the mood.
Yeah, indeed. There's monsters outside. The night is dark and full of terrors.
Kanzacage on Twitch is asking
I know that guy.
if you can become a trader in this game, or is there any sort of selling your wares of any kind that you've noticed so far with other players? Or is it you're just kind of crafting for yourself?
So, yeah, you could trade with other players. If you had, for instance, I could go to another player, and granted, he didn't kill me because I had some kind of guard system. I could give him ironstone, and he could give me 100 hide. But that's all emergent. There's no set economy. There's no auction house. You would... In Rust, I've been in parts of a Rust server where there's a trading post that is monitored by guards.
Okay.
Which is really cool and really nerdy at the same time. But, yeah, so that's the thing. So, yeah, totally. Don't see why not.
Clock in for the day as a guard.
Exactly. I wonder if they get paid or if they just do it pro bono. So when you drop stuff, it drops into a little sack on the ground.
Okay.
You can get it. All right. We're going to toss our wood in here because we don't really... Well, I guess we need... So I have my bow. I have my armor. I have... it's time to create a shield. And I need one more of these. And then we're going to go. We're going to go and explore. The entire world of Conan, all of Hyboria will be explored in the next... How much time do we have?
About an hour.
About an hour.
Yeah. We'll see the entire map in that hour.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
Definitely.
No problem at all.
All right, well, there's no need to do that. I guess since I have the stone, I may as well craft the arrows. I'm carrying an absurd amount of arrows, 40. That's a lot.
Oh.
But, all right, so opening this up, putting all of the... Oh, no, wait. I need one more shield, and then we're good. Craft.
And don't forget, if you have any questions, we're on youtube.com/IGN, twitch.tv/IGN, and #IGN Plays Live on Twitter. Any questions you have about the game so far, Duggan will answer, or I will give very sarcastic answers.
Sure.
Because I've just been paying attention to all his knowledge at this point.
All right. Stone sword's going there. Gonna have a backup stone sword just in case that one breaks in our inventory, but that doesn't need to go on the hotbar. We'll have 2 wooden shields, and then we'll have that. It would be helpful for me if I can just like take that off. How do I get that off the bar? There we go. Shift click.
How have you found it to be control-wise?
Good. It's relatively intuitive, and once you know it, it's fine. Wonder if I can repair this. I can. All right, we're going to have 2 torches. And then, also, I need to drag the arrows in there for some stupid reason. Don't know why. Then we're going to put everything that we're not using, this is a very important step, into this chest, which is relatively safe as long as somebody doesn't blow it up or have, like, an iron pickaxe, which they may very well.
Okay.
They'll be able to break into my house and take all my stuff, and that's no good for anybody involved.
And, I mean, your property's so attractive on the beachfront. It's
really
liable to be hit.
It really is. Putting that in there, putting these in there, putting that in there. Well, I guess I should take that food. I'll put the food on the bar. And the insects, and we're ready to roll.
All that protein. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's actually eat those insects right now.
Ooh.
Just get all filled up. Okay. Opening the door, closing the door, and we're off to explore the world of Hyboria. Which direction should we go? Tell me, chat.
Oof.
I mean, I feel like it's got to be north, right?
Yeah, I feel like we're looking north, but if anyone has southwest, maybe like a very specific cardinal direction.
I feel like the first thing we need to do is find a player and kill them. So
yes,
let's try that.
I hope that player's still standing around there somewhere. No.
That'd just be bad manners, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm not above anything in this game.
No.
Oh, and hey, look. There is a person. They want to rumble.
Oh, they seem prepared.
We're going to rumble. Here we go.
Whoa,
the first fight.
Whoa,
all right.
Whoa. Friendly here. Motherfuckers left the
All right, fine.
Quite the standoff.
I don't know what he's doing over there. He's probably just chilling.
He probably really likes your property.
So I turned the voice chat volume all the way down. I turned the chat off.
Yeah.
And neither of those options work. So, hey. Stuff will be said on the stream. We have no control over it. That guy was really funny. All right, so here's somebody's base who's been it's been destroyed. And we can't build on it, unfortunately. But look, they had a whole going up the side of this rock thing set up. The fall damage is great in this game, and by that I mean you don't really take fall damage, right? Here is an altar. This appears to be an altar of Crom, and then I'm hearing people around me. So since there's such advanced tech, probably stands to reason that I shouldn't be hanging out for too much longer. Should be looking for other players.
Cloudy Future 7 asked if that was an actual other player. And yes,
that was. It was.
We're running into people.
For
we
sure.
have no control over them.
Maybe we should go back and fight him. I think we should. He swore, and that's not okay, but murder is. That's the way IGN streams work.
That's the law of Conan Exiles. Potato King on Twitter also points out, I had no idea there was so much planning behind griefing other players.
That's like, think about it. EVE Online, all of the big griefing games have
a lot of
days of preparation involved. It's like Edgar Allan Poe's Telltale Heart. There's hours and days of preparation into this single heinous act.
See, I was going to go for Rent. We have very different bases.
Sure,
525,000. 600 griefs.
All right. That guy's, what must he be doing? Maybe he's waiting for a friend. But anyway, this time we are going to use stealth. And look, I saw a boulder fly, so we're going to be very stealthy this time. There he is.
Ooh.
He's mining.
Is that him again?
Yes.
A couple players are fearing he might attack our house.
It's possible.
It is. He's staying away so far.
Yeah. I'm not going to give him any hints that that's my house.
No.
But here we go. This is the hunt, the greatest hunt there's ever been, the hunt for another man. And I actually don't think this is going to end well for me. But hey, this is what these games are about, pushing your limits. He seems to see me. I can't tell if he
sees you
notching an arrow. No, he's got a shield on his back.
All right, he's running away.
All right, so we're gonna stalk. Oh, he's crouching too. So I think he probably does see me. It's probably very difficult to see on low res.
Yeah.
480 Twitch, but I am chasing this guy down.
Oh man, everyone wants us to go after him.
I know. This is what these games are about, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
All right.
Okay. Okay. He's hacking. Here we go. That's a hit. That's a hit.
Oh.
It's not a hit. That's lag.
Yeah.
And now I'm like stuck in some
Hey
kind of
there.
weird lag loop.
Hey there.
Prepare for swearing.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh God.
Run! Oh no.
All right, so now we're gonna
Oh.
beef. So far, I got a real good advantage here,
All right. We're
and now I have a
and
friendly
now there's
monster coming in. I'm out of stamina though, so I'm gonna relax.
Hold
I'm just
back
gonna
for a
stand
little bit,
completely
yeah.
still. So this guy's probably gonna run. And wow, look at that.
Ooh.
That's an interesting
Lovely.
bug. We're gonna try and loose some arrows in his direction as well as letting our stamina regen. Stamina seems to be a key factor. There we go. She makes male grunt noises when she gets hit. That's interesting.
He just seems very confused. The enemy just doesn't know what to do right
Yeah.
now.
I'm sure he's like, how many arrows does this guy have? 40 is the answer to that question.
We come prepared.
So between the lag and his shield, I'm not getting a ton of hits in.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to go back to this.
All right. Ooh.
Getting behind. All right, now we're beefing.
Almost.
This is how.
Oh,
this is
man.
what beef
It's
looks
going.
like. Yes,
Oh,
our first
nice.
kill in Conan Exiles. You saw it here first.
All right. We're still alive.
In the brutal world of Conan, I am king.
And I'm your hype man. I
Yeah,
think that's how that
exactly.
works, yeah.
And I've completely separated his torso. And
Ah,
man,
oh.
there's the spoils of war.
Wow.
So we get a bunch of stuff. We get 5 sandstone foundations. That's a huge no-no. You don't want to carry those around. You want to put those down. And some of you may think this cruel, but this is the way of the world in Conan Exiles. This is how you get ahead. I just doubled my investment. I doubled my time investment with a simple gank.
And we have plenty of Conan fans in the chat as everyone's quoting the line, to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of
Indeed,
their women. That is
indeed.
everywhere.
Crom, I've never played you before. I have no tongue for it.
Oh, we should have just been doing the accent this entire
But
time.
grant me this. Grant me revenge. Yeah, I know my Conan. Uh-oh, out of stamina. Oh, no. I'm exhausted from that fight. All right. What works really well against monsters is arrows, as we just saw. So I don't even need his rotten flesh. My tastes have evolved. I am now an elite. So you can see my bracelet right there.
Oh.
It's the bracelet of Set with
Yes.
the emerald in there. So the way to regenerate stamina very quickly is stand completely still. Don't move, don't walk.
Okay.
And it seems like the determining factor for combat at the start, at least, is going to be how much stamina you have. And to that point, I'm going to put another 2 points into grit.
Nice.
So now I won't run out of stamina as quickly.
Few players asking us to find his house. But I don't know if he
I'm carrying his house in my bag.
Okay.
He has not made a house
not, yeah.
because he had 5
Yes.
foundations. So now what I can do is I can create a
Second house?
yeah. Okay. All right. So this is our cool little beachfront shag pad.
We're making a
But
condominium.
now
here.
we're gonna have a nice stone mansion,
I like it.
and that's gonna be up on the upper level. So if you want to come down and have a margarita by the beach, this is gonna be the place to do it. You have the awning over here. You have the fire. Is the fire still going? I probably should have put that out. That's poor.
Eh.
I'm not a good homekeeper apparently. All right.
Who
So now
knew
I'm just
Conan
gonna-
was a real estate simulator?
All right. So 5 foundations going down on my property. Nothing anybody can do about it. We're going to lay these out in a nice rectangular fashion, and we're going to make this one particularly massive. So I'm going to go ahead and deposit the loot and get back out there because you guys don't want to see me build all day, I'm sure.
One person in the chat on Twitch said toughest enemy seems to be the lag, which during that fight definitely did get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It is early access, but
Yeah.
I'm only going to asterisk that so much because you can pay full price for this game right now. So yeah, the lag,
it is.
the lag
it's
is a
full price
problem.
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah, full price I believe is $29. I
Okay.
could be mistaken. You may want to look that up on Steam. Right, that's my hunting bow. Wooden shield. I mean, I don't really care about losing that, so I'm just going to keep these on me.
Yeah, full price on Steam right now is $30.
Great. So yeah, and this is kind of the weird situation that a lot of us like game journalists have been caught into, like conventional, like a conventional outlet like IGN
Yeah.
has these games come out. They're in early access, so we can't review them, but people are, like the majority of money is changing hands at the start.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have no problem saying that, this game has its fair share of problems, but will it be fun someday? Perhaps. You have to really trust in the developer.
Yes. Yeah. So we were talking about building a second house. Cloudy Future 7 said, "Whoa, having 2 houses just like all the employees at IGN. I wish." Do you know how little real estate there is in San Francisco?
Having more like a room. So a typical IGN rental area in San Francisco is like this. We get one cube.
Yeah, it's about
and this
that
is what we do
area.
to
Yeah.
sleep. We stand here
We
like
stand,
this.
Yeah, in the open
Okay,
air.
time to go back to work. Then we get on the BART train. Then we come back.
Then we're right here.
I want to cook dinner. I can't. Better order DoorDash.
Oh, well.
All right. Well, at least I have my 1 cube to stand on.
This has been IGN Simulator 2017.
The cool thing I do have is three water bottles.
Someone wants to know if we can punch a camel.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. Do you know that was the scene that sparked the No Animals Have Been?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I didn't.
And what I think is weird about that is like, yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger punched a camel. Yes, that's not ethical for creating a movie. But I'm sure the camel was fine afterwards. Milo and Otis, on the other hand, if you want to know some real animal cruelty, look at some of the rumors flying around about that.
Hey, we got that going on right now with A Dog's Purpose and all the back
Yes.
and forth on that. I just want the dogs to be okay.
Yes,
And
at
the
least
camels.
there were lifeguards like
Exactly.
Milo and Otis. They were like intentionally out to hurt the animals, and I grew up on that movie. That's terrifying. Talk about ruining your childhood.
Yeah.
That's the. Oh, whoops! I'm mining the wrong stuff here. I want to be getting more. Oh, you know what? I probably just need to go grab some. Okay. So yeah, if we find a camel, rest assured I will punch them. Alright, so wood. I'm gonna create another box here just so I can deposit my loot properly.
Nesbiz says camel probably spit in his face after, which...
Yeah, that's probably.
So yeah, a couple people just joining. If you didn't hear just a few minutes ago, the game right now is $29.99 on Steam.
Mm-hmm. We're looking to explore Hyboria with the rest, but we just got a nice player kill, so we're depositing all of our loot. I have to build another chest for that, so there's always more crafting and building to be done in these types of games. I have another wooden box. Whoop, that's not what I want. We're going to put down... Uh-oh. Looks like I'm running out of room in my beachside resort.
Got to build that second house.
I really do. Space is getting tight, so we're going to put it right over... Oh, man. This is fighting the good fight here. Okay, that's where it's going. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! I've done it! I've gotten myself stuck. I'm back. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Open, 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 open. What's up? Uh-oh. Server.
Oh, no.
This is a sign that the server is going down.
Oh, man.
If I know my MMOs, and I do. Yeah. Oh boy, I'm banding so hard right now. That's what's happening. All right. That's good news though. The server didn't crash. So far, my experiences with the server have been whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Not great.
Survival Steppen is asking, obviously we talked about this a little before, legendary tombs or catacombs of any type. You haven't come across any.
Yes, but looking at the map really quickly to answer that, I'm
Yes.
sure that there's some awesome landmarks like
Oh,
over
yeah, for
here,
sure.
over here. Even if you just go outside and look around, we're going to do some more exploring in about 30 seconds here.
Yes.
I'm going to fill up a single... oh, look, I have human flesh now. That's good. I hear somebody crying and wailing in pain outside of mine. So we're going to go see what that's all about.
They're just so saddened by how amazing the property you've built is.
Yep.
They wish they had those.
Okay, so now I have 3 swords and shields, so I don't think I need all of those based upon that fight. So we're going to keep that. We're going to lose that. We're going to keep those. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Craft a few more arrows, and then we're good to go.
You need at least 40 at all times.
Apparently. Apparently.
the
I
trick.
think I only hit that guy twice with how many arrows I loosed in his direction. Oh, I need branches. Okay, so there. This chest. And this is some of the unfun parts of survival or the more menial, tedious. But hey, it all serves a very... Like, that fight had a lot of weight to it because I had all this stuff on the line. So we're going to craft the maximum amount of arrows.
Just like griefing, proper combat takes time.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. The cool thing about this, though, compared to a game like DayZ where you grind for 4 hours and look for weapon spawns and then get killed in the blink of an eye, and then you lose literally everything, I can respawn right at that. Whoa! 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 What the heck?
Where's your door?
Oh, okay.
There,
I thought somebody broke it down. All right,
They
we're
just
gonna,
took the door and left. That's all.
We're
they
gonna
wanted.
drink. It looks like I am hungry,
Oof.
so it's time to resort to cannibalism.
Oof. Well then.
Get our human flesh. Get our wood. Having a nice little cook-off to send us off on our way on our grand adventure through Hyboria.
I was not prepared for the cannibalism.
Is there a more fitting way to get ready?
Thank
We're
you.
gonna watch this. Oh, I can't.
Oh.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
there. On.
Oh.
Let's cook this human
All
flesh.
right.
We don't want to eat. Never eat human flesh raw, or preferably at all,
You're a smart chef. You understand.
if you can avoid it.
And yeah, so people are asking, obviously, we've seen the map, if there are any landmarks from the Conan movies and
Man,
everything.
good
Have you come
question.
across any that you
Um,
recognize? Or?
I have not.
Okay.
We should check it out though. That spotty area looks like the Battle of the Mounds, which is the second part of that. So it looks like this human flesh isn't gonna cook.
Ew.
So we're gonna turn this off and we're gonna take our human flesh back. And seeing as I have no other meat, so maybe we'll just eat it. See what happens. Food poisoning,
Oh,
of course.
Yep. Sounds about right. sense.
It's so hard to keep yourself fed in this game. All right, I don't want this human flesh then if it's just going to give me food poisoning and I can't cook it. What's the point?
Ugh.
So let's go hunting, and this is the final preparation that we need to make before our adventure. Wonder how much longer I have food poisoning for. You can see that my health is slowly ticking down, but over
Yeah.
the course that will take its
Oh.
course. Oh, 2, 3.
man.
I'm going to go for it. I'm feeling
Oof,
good.
Good luck.
My spawn is right there. Man,
Nope.
the latency on this server is monumental.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like a sniper movie. I'm like calculating the rotation of the Earth, basically. All right, here he comes.
Oh.
It's going to be a lot easier. Now I've aggroed all the monsters in the area. But this is really effective, actually. Whoa! Oh, my God. What's going
Oh,
on?
man.
The latency, again, being the MVP, as that guy was saying in chat, this is absolutely brutal. I don't even know if I can slash. This is a disaster. So yeah, if you're considering buying Conan Exiles in early access right now, this is what you potentially have to look forward to. So buyer beware. Like, is it a bad game? Absolutely not. I think it's got a lot of potential, but it's rough. Servers can be rough. So yeah,
But there does seem to be support coming on the way for it.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that this game will be in a better state. Why is this guy not dying? In a couple of months here.
Yeah.
And maybe this is some launch day server woes, but
Yeah.
so the bad part about this, yeah, I'm gonna decommit from this fight. This lag is not favoring me. The bad part about this is I cannot disconnect from the server and join another server and maintain my
Okay.
progress. I would lose all my progress if that was the case.
And have you just been playing keyboard and mouse, or have you used a controller?
Just
at
keyboard
all?
and mouse.
Okay.
My keyboard and mouse dude. So, oh, hey, look, he's trying to come through my house.
Ooh.
And
You-
he's
there's
hitting
a
me
door.
through my
You
house.
can use the door, sir.
You can use the door, sir. You can stop hitting my house, first of all.
Go to the second house. It doesn't have any walls yet.
All right, so here's another thing that I can do if I'm concerned about, well, whatever. Is he, like, actually making progress? I'm concerned.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
there
going to
it
kill
is.
me.
Oh, no.
Oh, he hit me
Oh.
right in the jugular.
Ooh.
Both him and the server. That was great. Oh, man. It's going to be so hard to get that corpse right in front of my house back.
Damn.
There's no way that I'm just going to respawn right here and be good to go. Well, I do have to kill this thing, and the lag seems to prevent me from being able to kill it, so.
Yeah. Oh, and he's back.
Let's go, buddy! Come on in. Oh, I don't want to punch you, though.
No, probably not.
Oh, does he not want to fight anymore? Ha-ha! All right. Now I'm just going to take all this stuff back. So that's a cool thing. I don't know if a bunch of durability is going to be gone on this stuff, but we'll find out.
Yeah. Just
Like-
die close to home. It's
Yeah. it's the survival way. Close my door. Oh, this server, man.
Oof.
It's rough.
And obviously it's launch day, so we're not sure if these will be persistent issues. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And, there are a bunch of different servers. You could create your own server, so it's not like, it's not necessarily as much of a big deal compared to like something like if this were an MMO
Yeah, yeah.
and the official servers were having problems. I mean, I'm not even harvesting meat from this guy because the server is having such issues.
Yes.
But oh, there we go, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got some savory flesh. So hey, hunting complete in spite of all of that. So now we're gonna go and try and gank some more players with this terrible, terrible, terrible lag.
Cyborg Man on YouTube is asking for just some clarification. You were talking about saving your progress. You were saying if you left this server, you would lose all that progress.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So in DayZ, despite, which is so weird for how hardcore that game is, if you disconnect from a server and reconnect to another one, all of your stuff carries over. Granted, you weren't killed.
Yeah.
But that is not the case in this game. In this game, when you disconnect from a server, and rightfully so, because otherwise you could like go on your own server, grind up to the best tier of weaponry, get a bunch of explosive jars, and then blow up somebody's base on another server. So I think that's the right call, but it does come with the caveat that once you're on a server like this, you were committed to that server through thick and thin in terms of lag. So, all right. And we can actually see because I died, my hunger and water gauge are full. So that's another little cheat is to just die, and you'll fill all your stats back up.
That's how dying works, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Apparently we missed, while we were reclaiming all of your dead bodies items, apparently there was a take all tab.
Oh.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. We're going to repair that. We're going to repair the shield. Needs more wood. Okay, so if any people from Funcom are watching, here's what I want. I want me to be able to craft stuff. If I'm in the proximity of my chest, I want to be able to have access to that as if it were in my inventory. So I don't need to constantly like do this terrible back and forth of, oh, okay, I want to make this. Now I need to take this off and put this on.
So a couple people have been asking whether or not this will also be coming to consoles. It is coming, I believe, to the preview program on Xbox One this spring. Yeah.
Yep. I don't know about PS4 though.
Yeah, I haven't seen official announcement. I will take a look though for that.
I'm gonna split this, and I also like the split option isn't available while you're managing your inventory in a chest, so that needs to change. I probably only need one of these. Hide goes here. There's a lot of this kind of stuff. All right, now we're gonna go. Let's put all our clothes back on. And yeah, you can see actually that all of those took durability damage.
Okay.
So I'm not going to bother repairing them right now because we're trying to kill stuff. But and then finally, just in case I need water, put that there. I'm going to put this all the way back here. I'm going to go in here and hit 7, and that's going to fill it up. There we go.
Oh, nice.
All right, let's go. For a grand adventure,
Right.
do I have my bow and arrow? I do. I have 2 bows. That's one too many.
Too many bows.
Too many bows.
Too many
bows.
Apologies in advance for that. Not in advance. We already did it.
We already did.
People have been asking, have you come across any special weapons in the environment at all? Sort of like.
Oh,
one-off
that's a great
weapons?
question, but
Yeah.
no. Like, so when hey, here's a player. So,
Oh.
for instance, like when Conan falls into that that King's Crypt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no.
let's do it. Where'd you go?
They ran.
Oh, that's what I thought. The old intimidate and run strategy. So we want to be cognizant of our stamina here, but they will also eventually run out of stamina. And looks like they are aggroing all kinds of stuff. We're going to take advantage of this. Here comes
Oh.
player kill number 2. On IGN Plays Live, we're a bunch of griefers and spammers. And we're all terrible. There's a guy running with what appears to be a giant maul. So I think I'm going to decommit from chasing this unarmed lady and maybe attack this guy instead.
okay.
Because he looks like he wants a
Ooh.
fight. Come here, buddy. Come here, big boy.
Oh.
No ammo. But
Nope.
there's
Oh, no.
I have 40 shots in my... Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I don't want to manage my inventory if this guy's going to rush me, but it looks like he's just doing whatever. Though I guarantee you this monster behind me is going to attack me. Yeah, there we go. And as inconsequential as that may have seemed, he took a pretty nice chunk out of my health, so I have to keep that in mind if I'm going to fight this dude, who I don't know where he went. Ah, lag.
Stephen Meyer says more tress effects than Lara Croft, and I would say the hair is quite beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It definitely is. So we just had 2 players, and we lost him. Lost him in the lag.
Let's see another one.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll just keep adventuring.
What about, a couple buildings, I guess, on the horizon.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta be around.
The rule of thumb with survival games for me is if I see a building larger than mine, I tend to stay away from it.
Smart.
As it probably means they have more advanced items. But that looks like a player over there, so we're going to go say hello. We're going to put our bow away. So one cool thing is you can equip your bow and then hit C, and then if you want to re-equip it, you just hit C again. So that'll kind of holster it.
Brian Solero says also if you crouch, you restore your stamina.
Oh, interesting. Does this guy have a stone door?
Oh.
Or maybe not. No, he
There we
doesn't. Oh, God,
Oh,
it's a
no.
giant alligator. Where did that come from?
Oh, my God.
We're going to kite this because fighting those up close is not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, get
Oh, no.
some. I'm the greatest archer who's ever lived.
When the lag is not bad.
Yeah, when the lag is manageable.
Yeah.
Of course. That's a given. And this guy takes a lot of hits. Is he even interested in me? He is. All right, let's hack at his belly and get all this thick hide. This thick hide is very good for crafting armor, which we don't really have the crafting skills necessary yet, but eventually we could. All right, so we're going to explore. I say we go check out that giant tower. Thoughts?
I'd
So
say
we could check out the
Ooh,
two guys from
yeah.
The Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Or we can go get that giant
The
tower.
tower?
I think that giant tower is calling my name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's go for that tower.
I'm prepared to lose everything I'm carrying. I'm totally fine with it.
Go to Mordor or Westeros is basically how I'm looking
Yes,
at it right
yes. There's a bunch of shellbacks over there. I would imagine the enemies are going to get more challenging the further we get into the game. But I also think the players are going to get better geared the farther we go in. So I really like the drastic change in environments. It doesn't feel like World of Warcraft random, where it's like desert and then like a snowy mountain
Something
the next,
yeah.
like a literal line. But
Yeah.
like it does feel like a very gradual, now we're getting into oasis and kind of canyon territory. There's a cool waterfall here.
Yeah, I mean, we started out in that completely arid, just sand sort of
Mhm.
area, and up to here, it's felt totally natural.
And I also really like this kind of like ruined architecture. I think that's really adds
Yeah.
a lot thematically to the landscape.
People are also suggesting we need a new bedroll when we go back. Apparently, once it's been used.
Really?
Yeah, a couple players.
Oh,
have been pointing
no!
out- Ooh.
Oh no, you got my leg.
no.
Oh. That was a really bad time to
Oof.
find out that information.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
It's apparently a couple people in the chat have been pointing out. Yeah.
Well, hey, look. How much time do we have left?
Half hour.
I'm
Going back for that bedroll.
All right.
Tidy up a lot.
All right. You know what? There's going to be more players in that area anyway. We're looking to kill players. That's going to be the real fun. I have a feeling we'll just run into more alligators if we go in that direction.
Probably.
So. That's cool. I like that.
Max Martinez is talking about, we mentioned this briefly at the beginning, does this game have a story mode? So if you
No,
just
it's
wanna
all
refresh people a
it's
little
all
more
kind
about
of like there are these notes you can find that will kind of give you some like narrative context, but other than that, it's pretty much very
Building
you create your own story.
yeah.
It's set in a world that has a story going on, but it's not. It definitely will not have a campaign, so to speak.
Yeah, that is not your story.
Yeah.
Apparently, we also may have a level up to address at some point.
Sure. Do
Yeah.
that when we get in the house.
Mm.
It's getting mighty dark, and I'm not sure where my house is. I think it's over here. I think I know where I am. I think this is a landmark.
Somewhere on the waterfront.
We're going to find out real quick, though. In the meantime, I'm going to do the thing that you should never do in any survival game and pull the torch out. This is only because we're streaming, and I want people to see.
Yes. Have you seen any sharks, by the way?
No, alligators, though. Plenty of alligators.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure there would be sharks in such shallow water. All right, I think we're coming up on my house. I believe that's it. I left the light on again. Classic me, leaving the oven on all the time. All right, let's see if we really do need a new bedroll. That's very interesting. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Thanks so much.
Huh.
All right. What do we need to craft the bedroll? And then we'll be on our way. Need a branch. We need branch, hide, and fiber or plant material. Bam.
And have you noticed a day and night shift in terms of the enemies
fine.
you're encountering, or sort of
Not
just,
really.
like, the difficult? Okay.
They just kind of seem to be around. Well, that's good to know that I need to craft the bedroll every single time that I'm going to
Die.
Yeah. So some of the like kind of meta stuff in games like Rust, like putting one of your sleeping bags inside somebody else's base to like teleport there,
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be a thing here.
Okay.
But that stuff was kind of fun. I don't know. But this definitely seems to be smoothed out, and they've clearly played survival games. The guys at Funcom, and they definitely know what they're doing in that respect. All right, I'm good on everything else, so we're heading out. See if we can't find a couple players
All right.
who are drawn to my light. Look at this lag. Look at this banding. All right, now it's better. So at this point in time, at night, I want to look for other lights because those will signify players.
Yeah. So Supreme Alex HD on YouTube has said, will there be any interactions with the opposite gender in the future? I guess, are there any romance options?
I don't
that
know.
you
That's a
come
good
across?
question.
Yeah.
Aside from like the typical RP shenanigans that tend to happen in online games,
Yeah.
in-game, like can you have a kid together? Maybe.
I wouldn't want to bring the kid into this world.
What if he grows up to be a mighty warrior?
Well, that's a different story. If I knew he would be Conan,
Sure.
I would just
Sure.
name him Conan to be safe.
There
Probably.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a thing. There is nudity. There's plenty of nudity,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
And the
Can
world
get that
of
right on the character creation cake.
there you go. The world of Conan is filled with ripped, attractive people.
Just
So you know,
like the real world.
just like walking around the streets.
Nonstop.
It's
yeah.
model after model.
When we make our way from our very small homes.
Yes. Man, these alligators. There's a very pretty moon effect. I don't know where the moon is, but it's kind of coming off the water. Glistening. All right, that tower will be mine. Look, it's got a giant torch on top of it. How can I not go towards
yeah.
it? I feel like that's
It calls to you.
a temple of Set, and I will be welcomed into a cult that will summon a giant snake. So
As long as we get past all the alligators.
yes,
I
that's
think we'll be
that's the trial.
yes, yeah.
Totally gassed.
Alright.
All right, so let's see if crouching. Yeah, crouching definitely regenerates. It looks like it regenerates to similar extents, crouching and standing.
Okay. And a couple people who are joining the stream a little later, they weren't with us when we were building the base, but in terms of building your house, you can, once you've sort of put it all together, you can still add to it, correct?
Yeah.
You don't have to create.
Is it a new monster?
Ooh.
It is. It's a hyena.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
God. I've heard terrible things about these. I missed. I hit. Did I hit? I can't tell if I'm hitting or not. Let's go first person.
No,
That'll be
that's
easier.
Ooh.
Crippled. No. Haha. Good. Got him.
All right.
All right. Well, I should have an axe on here. So 5.
Conan needs more muscles, CJ Toxic says. I feel like our guy's doing pretty well.
He's very muscular.
think
Also,
he's
he's
doing
not Conan.
Yeah.
I wonder if the race you pick determines how large you can be.
Yeah. Also, Conan himself has a few muscles.
Yeah. All right, there's a floating thing. Oh, it's a stone. Okay. An active crom, to be sure. All right, so that was the first hyena I encountered, which is exciting. Let's keep going in this direction. I have to say, I think the world, in terms of game worlds and survival games, this might be the most beautiful one.
Okay.
Another hyena.
Ooh.
Is that another hyena back there?
Yeah,
Oh
a
God,
few
I'm
more.
being swarmed by
Oh, you got a
hyenas. This
gang
is
coming.
surely
Oof.
the end. Oh God, they're all around me, man.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh no. Oof.
Crom, I've never prayed to you before. I have no tongue for it. But grant me revenge. He didn't. He didn't grant me revenge.
No revenge.
I like how they eat each other instead
Yeah.
of me.
It's the worst version of the Lion King I've ever seen.
They're kind of cute though.
They just don't sing.
All right. Well, that was that. I say we head towards the new What?
Whoa,
What? I
whoa.
didn't interact with my bed. Well, again, if this were another game, it'd be a problem, but it's not because I'm just
Yeah.
going to run back to my house.
All right.
That's kind of annoying. But hey, I'm naked again, so
Yeah.
that's a plus.
Now you can see all of his muscles.
Yes. All right, we have a level up. We're going to do it. We have 2 points, and we're going to put it
More-
towards probably...
Grit? Or what are you thinking?
I'm thinking these.
All right.
I think I need some more battle stats. Be cool if I could drop a pin on this map. I can't. Alas.
Good for an update, though.
Yeah, good for an update.
All
Take
right.
notes.
Let's see. We
You know
have...
what? Maybe I'm not. No, I think I am in a similar
Blizniak is asking, are there any other regions besides Stygia in the game?
I don't think so.
No.
I think this area is it. But
Okay.
we saw it gets a little oasis-y. I'm sure there's a lot of
Yeah.
variance within that. It is a deserty type of game. All right, I think my house is this way. I'm going to run past these monsters. Don't fight me, bros. And we're going to get another sword and shield, and bow and arrow, and then hunt some players, maybe
All right.
some fresh spawns. That's the lowest low that you can achieve in a survival game, is killing brand new players. But we're going to go
Well,
there
yeah.
for your entertainment.
After we make sure our bedroll is secure.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to click the bedroll this time. Now my spawn location is updated. I'm going to get hunting bow. Ooh, do I have arrows? I don't know. Did lose a lot of arrows on that corpse. I have that. I have that. Did I? Man. For all that extensive inventory management, I sure did a poor job of storing my swords.
Shame you can't hang them up somewhere nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Decoration, yeah. So you had said, obviously, before the stream, you've been playing for several hours. 321, no one is just asking for those joining late. Well,
Sure.
how have you found actually enjoying the play of the game itself? Have you been enjoying it for the most part?
This, completely honestly, in terms of the context of other things that are out right now that I'm playing, this is a game that I look forward to playing in the future, but I'm not currently super interested in playing at the moment.
Looking for more of those updates to come.
Yeah,
and
like, look, if
fixes.
I'm going to sink 80 hours into this game, I'm going to do it when it's in a better state.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of been my early access mentality for a long time. Doesn't look like I'm getting stone, even though I am crumbling this thing.
Yeah.
So it's cool that I can crumble it. Am I getting stone? I am getting stone. All right, it's all good. Okay, so now we have 10 arrows. Still need a sword and shield. So we're just going to grab that quickly, and then we're going to look for some players. And with the remaining time, how much time do we have?
20 minutes.
20 minutes to find and kill another player. I'm happy with that first one, though. That was that was a good kill.
He
Mitchell-
thought we'd be peaceful.
Yeah, Mitchell, be sure to include the part where he begged for mercy in the clip out. Sure. So when we're talking about this game and we're talking about other survival games, Conan stands out for a couple reasons as well. I think that there are things that Conan lacks that other games have, but for the most part, it's all here. You can tell that the developers Funcom have enjoyed many a survival game. But one of the things I think that stands out remarkably is somebody who's like attempted to create their own server in a game like Rust, and games like Ark, is the server options. And basically, you can create your own server, and just like we go into our character window here and level up, there's a bunch of options like this that you can just adjust sliders for the amount of experience players gain, how quickly they gain it, how much damage they do. So what's cool is it kind of gives the administrator and the moderator of the server the ability to balance the game as they see fit. So if players are complaining that monsters are too difficult, they can take the monsters' health down. If they don't want to have players be able to kill each other, they can have a PvE server. And these are all server tools that are enabled to you as soon as you create a server via the game. You don't even really have to mess around with like an INI file or something like that. That's the biggest differentiator. Other than that, I think the thrall system is really cool. Basically what that is if we went back to our base over here, just look at somebody's base, we could go get an explosive jar or maybe a steel pick and break through it and steal all their stuff. But if you find NPCs in the world, I'm not seeing another base.
No.
But anyway, if you find NPCs in the world, you can kind of knock them out with a bludgeon and then, like, tie their legs and drag them back and put them on this wheel that kind of breaks their will, and then they will be your servants, basically. And when you're logged off and when you're offline, they will defend your area from invaders. So those are a couple things that I think are a cool differentiating factor. The other system is the religion system, which... Oh, look, if I remove my bracelet, I'll die. So no, let's not do that.
Probably not for now. No.
Which is something that comes into play later. I don't really have a sense of how that works. I imagine that I would probably have to build a altar to set or my chosen deity. And then, of course, I think the HUD is actually pretty good. I think everything is kind of cleanly labeled. It tells me what, I can craft, what I can learn, what my stats are, and all that is displayed in a way that isn't super annoying, which has been a major gripe with me with various games, especially the crafting pane. I think this crafting pane is cool. I wouldn't mind... Oh, look, I can sort by weapons. I can sort by armor. That's nice. So, yeah, I think that's laid out pretty well. I still think the game has a very long way to go, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend picking it up right away because it's rough. It just came out. It's early access, and that's kind of par for the course for survival games, unfortunately. But could this game be very fun in just a little while? Yeah, maybe.
Phantomica on Twitch says, I like the little touches in animation, like shaking his hand when the pickaxe broke and the troll when you equip the sword. Have you noticed the character animations?
Yes. So for every animation that I see that I think is great, like, for instance, that. There's one that's terrible that I think, like, running like this, for instance. So
you don't run like that? That's
with my chest buffed out?
Yes, yeah.
Maybe I should start.
Yeah.
Man, I need to find some other players.
That's how you get the good pecs.
Yes, it is. All right, time to find other... Whoa, man, monsters everywhere. Hey, there's somebody. All right. Oh, and they are super geared. Here they come.
Oh, man.
Coming straight for me. Probably a really good idea to attack them when they have a shield that I have been completely unable to even craft. Let's hope I did enough damage to them. Hey, in melee combat games, the aggressor is always rewarded. He seems to be running. He doesn't want this fight. And I don't want these monsters chasing me. Get away from me, bro. Oh, he's building his base.
Oh.
He's building a quick base. Let's stop him. Don't you dare build a base on me. I'm out of stamina, so unfortunately I'm just going to have to relax for a second. I don't...
It's like
why are you
Home
peeking?
Improvement show.
This is like bad Counter-Strike. He's peeking. He has no ranged weapon. Don't peek at a sniper. This is a bad idea. Oh, he's rushing me, though. All right, we're beefing. We're beefing, and he is getting the upper hand. Oh, the lag is strong. I think he's praying to the lag deity, and his devotion to the lag deity was clearly better than mine. So I obviously came away as not victorious.
It's going to happen sometimes.
Some would say a failure, but I prefer not to use that.
No, I would never say that. I'll say that later.
All right, we have 10 minutes left. What do the people want to see?
All right, let us know where you want to go on the map. You can talk to us on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, #IGNPlaysLive.
I'm going to pick a direction and run, so tell them to
go.
name a landscape, and I'm going to run there.
All right, name anyone. I think we're going for those two standing tower guys. Let's go that way.
Oh, we can get there in
yeah.
Hop and skip.
And you were talking a little bit before about, obviously, you have some experience with the Conan lore and the franchise. How do you feel this world taps into that well, or doesn't?
Very well. I don't have enough experience to say that, like, oh, this statue shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Funcom made the Age of Conan MMO. It was extremely true to the reference material, and I'm sure this is much the same. And I also think that the whole... sorry, this view is distracting me. I also think the whole, like, the brutality, the gore, but moreover, the brutality of, like, the player interactions in survival games is completely fitting in the Conan world.
Yeah.
All right, so check out these cool statues. I'm gonna punch it, break my fists.
That's how you train. A couple players have been asking, just go on a killing spree in these last few minutes.
Man, I'm trying, dude.
Yeah.
We tried. It's tough.
Does not go well.
Tough with the lag. It's tough with the lag, and also that guy was geared, and he clearly he was clearly standbying. Remember Halo 2 standbying?
Oh god.
You would get in a ranked game, and then you hit the standby button on your router, and it would give you like a 10-second advantage if you were the host. Clearly, that's the only way he won that fight. He didn't best me.
No, never.
All right, let's. Oh, that's not gonna go well.
That was the best standoff. Oh no.
I want to find a temple or something and go
Yeah.
inside of it. Let's see if these NPCs can swim. Look at this.
Nice backstroke.
That's a great animation.
I love that. Yeah.
That's good. Like, I wish the on-land animations were there. Oh, hey, look. Beautiful fish.
Yeah, Cyborg Man is asking us to go back to the tower. We were trying to go that way, got mauled by some hyenas.
Got hyena'd.
Yeah.
I'm going to explore this canyon up here.
Okay.
I do like the idea of just exploration. So another difference in this game compared to something like Rust is the amount of PvE encounters. Supposedly there's going to be a weight placed on like grouping up as a team and fighting like PvE dungeons almost, which is
Okay.
something Ark actually already has. But it usually ends up devolving into just like a wave of 90 monsters running at you at the same time. So I tend to prefer like more tactical combat
Okay.
than more like spammy.
Just sort of en masse. Yeah.
Hey, Rhino. How much time do we have?
We have 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Okay, all right. We'll keep running.
Can you ride any of the animals?
No, that's something that,
Okay.
that you can do in Ark
Yes. Yeah.
that I don't know if you can do, but I assume eventually you'd be able to to get a rhino mount.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that hyena is attacking that rhino.
I think they were just hanging out.
They
Oh,
just
no,
appear- Oh,
now
God!
it's attacking you.
They're so fast.
Jeez.
Oh, hey, there was some iron back there, if people noticed, which is good.
It's a shame we will probably never get to that.
No. Hey, a giant spider. This is getting
Ooh.
worse and worse all the time. Look at that giant spider. That thing is
Oh, man,
terrifying.
oof.
Is that hyena still after me? Huh.
No, I think you're good. No, it's just now a giant spider.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
God. Oh, no.
More spi-
I
oh,
don't
no.
want it. Crippling poison. No. I don't want this. This is not what I wanted. This is not how I wanted it to end.
We're not trying to find the Chamber of Secrets. Don't do this to us.
Come on, run faster.
Oh,
Run
man.
faster, you guy. Ah, I'm
Oh,
getting
no.
hit with poison bolts. I'll do my best to dodge them. So yeah, enemy variants, pretty good so far. All right, just as I thought I was free, I'm out of stamina now. They'll surely come for me. Or not. Okay, cool. They're just chilling.
Safe for now. All right.
They were just spitting at me. I wonder if this rhino will gore me. Don't come this way, dude. Stop it. Go away. Stop it.
Oh, no.
I'm an MMA master. Back off.
It's quite the standoff.
All right, well, here's another cool tower.
Okay.
Let's go explore it.
Oh. Oh, no. Not another bunny. Don't do this to me.
Well, it appears to be ducking masterfully under all of my punches to great
If you
effect.
crouch.
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
I killed it. And now a hyena
now a
has
hyena's
come for
after
me.
you.
Man, what? I was just... Oh, okay.
Uh,
Is he...
Good.
what?
Still coming. Oh, no.
What? Well,
Oh.
he's...
Oh, no.
Ah! I think if I get on some rocks, I should be okay. They have a lot of trouble pathing up stuff, so... Unless they... Haha! It's like Tremors.
Finally.
It's just like Tremors. Oh, God! Why? How is he doing it? He has the range of an archer. There's spiders, man. This is a treacherous world in and of
Jeez, yeah.
itself. Players aside. All
Except
right,
for those docile rabbits, as a few players have pointed out.
Yeah, well.
That's who you go after.
Crap rolls downhill, and I have to stick it to somebody, so
Fair.
it's
Ooh.
got to be those. It's got to be those. Wow, look at
Man.
this. All right. It appears as though
Okay.
that... Well, let's see where we are on the map.
Nice views. Okay.
Get out of my face, dude. Ah, my God. All right, I can go over to this tower, but it looks like I would need some kind of like base jumping equipment to get anywhere
Yeah.
else. So maybe that's how we'll end the stream. It's time
Just
to
a
sign off.
giant leap of faith.
Yep. We'll pray that the winged snake god Set, who actually has no wings, will grant us the ability to fly. Man, those spiders are creepy.
Yeah.
No me gusta.
I'll stick with the hyenas.
All right, so we're coming up on our first burning, blazing tower.
Okay.
And I imagine there's not going to be anything to do with it, and it is rather just a landmark. But I would bet money that there's something to do inside that giant
It's a good guess.
I think this is maybe just a little
A waypoint. sort
an
of.
extension of
Yeah.
that. Can I go inside?
Doesn't look like it.
No one will ever
Too
find
many
me here.
muscles.
If I just stacked up on food and just hid
Hit it
right
out here.
here, I could play
Survive
this
for a
game
while.
for 9,000 hours. All right, should we do it? Let me get a vote in the chat about this jump.
All right. Let us know. Yeah. Are we ending with the jump? Let us know in the chat on
Oh,
Twitch,
no, about
YouTube.
this.
Oh,
Should I
about
just-
this.
do you think I can make
that
this jump?
I think you can.
Does the
Probably not.
chat think I can? That's the important part.
Chat, let us know. We're seeing maybe. Yeah, I think they just want you to go for it. Yep.
Yeah,
oh,
dude!
yes.
Oh,
Woo.
God. I believe I can. Well, I'm definitely not going to be able to get back.
No.
So
no, probably not.
this is
So we're
only going to
stuck.
end one way.
Oh. Or maybe not. You
Well,
can
let's
make-
see. Yeah, I can make this
Yeah.
jump. This is interesting. It's very interesting.
Turn into a platformer all of a sudden. Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Man, I land very gracefully, like a cat.
Yes, everyone is in favor of as many jumps as you can do.
Well, let's see where the next one is.
Yeah.
That would
Hmm.
that would seem very cruel
Hmm.
to have two very obvious pillar jumps and then not
and
have.
then nothing.
All right. Well,
Oh man.
I believe I can get down this somewhere. How much water do you think I need? Like, do you think that,
That
1 foot of
stream?
water
Hmm.
could break my fall?
I hope so. It shouldn't.
Well,
but I
let's
hope
let's
so.
let's see if there's any way. No, I'm definitely not getting
Okay.
down that way
Yeah.
unless I jump into
What
that
do we got
stream,
on
which
this
is
side?
definitely still an option. And it
Doesn't
doesn't
look like it.
appear.
No.
No. Can I climb? I would actually love for a survival game like Breath of the Wild for you to just be able to.
To just mountain climb. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we all know in any MMO, and this not being an MMO, that when you land in any amount of water, you will survive. Hey, look. There's like somebody's. Well, before we kill ourselves, there's like somebody's cool,
Oh, huh.
or that appears to be some kind of like NPC hut or
Yeah, it looks like
outpost.
some sort of camp.
Let's see what else we can see up here before we just end it all. So there's like these tents that I imagine there's a bunch of NPC action over there.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's interesting about this game in terms of like when you see an NPC is if they're wearing like plate armor and a giant sword, they can't they will not drop that stuff.
Okay. What do we got on this side going on?
We got a nice player-built hut right in the middle of that
Okay.
bridge. We have a
Perfect spot.
waterfall, and we have that giant.
Yeah.
All right,
If
so
we can jump in the stream, maybe we could.
yeah,
run
we've
over.
established the only way
Yeah.
to get off this cliff is to fall safely into water.
One foot of water.
I'm going to line this up.
Oh.
Here we go. And then I
Oh.
think,
Oh no.
yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, man.
We're good. We're
Oh.
good. We're good. We're good.
Oh.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
fi-
Yeah! Oh my
Did it.
god!
Wow.
I am the best at this game. My
Man.
god.
I think you won the game.
I
think that's how-
think
yeah.
I just beat Conan
Yeah.
Exiles.
Congratulations.
Wow.
How does it feel?
It feels very good. I'm
Yeah.
going to explore all the stuff we were just looking at and inevitably
Yeah.
get killed. Wow, surprisingly not filled with NPCs.
Huh, interesting.
Okay, there's a chest.
Anything good?
I got
We'll
plant
find
fiber and seeds
Perfect.
for my epic journey. Oh, and there.
Ooh, lovely.
And now I've bugged into my own head.
Those eyeballs.
Okay, this appears to be
Oh.
some kind of
fire pit.
fire pit.
Yeah.
Don't think I can do much interacting with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's go check out that giant temple. Which way was it? I think it was in this direction.
Let's see.
I'm an unarmed participant.
Just an explorer right now.
Yeah, just an
Yeah.
explorer. I'm grabbing
Grabbing
water with my
rocks.
hand and drinking it. Is that a monster? No, it's a deer.
No.
Okay. All right, there's the giant tower. The giant fortress, which we will explore here. How much time do we have?
As we wrap it up, just 3 or 4 minutes left.
Okay, yeah, we can get
so
there. We'll just make a beeline. Those tents are interesting, but not interesting
Yeah.
enough to pull my attention away from this.
More
Hyenas everywhere,
Oh,
of
no.
course, and I'm running very low on stamina, although they don't appear to be attacking me, so that's nice. We're going to go in the main entrance and see what we can see. I can't believe I survived that jump.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
All right, here it is.
All right. Oh, no. Is there a doorbell, maybe?
Whoa, something happened. What was
Yeah.
that?
Huh.
Let me try that again.
Strange.
It's making meat noises. when I hit it. Or maybe I'm just being attacked.
Yeah, I think a spider's attacking you.
All right, well, slightly disappointed
Man.
that there is no interior to that giant monolith, but maybe in the future, maybe in future content updates. I would love some. I would love if this is like a, the equivalent of a dungeon.
Yes,
in,
yeah.
in MMO. But so we need to kill ourselves some way.
Yeah.
And why not sacrifice ourselves at the foot of Crom himself?
I love it, because apparently a huge jump will not kill you. So.
Well, that was a great amount of water.
That was fantastic.
I was very happy.
At least 2 feet. Oh.
This is a player now. All right, sacrifice me. I have chosen to be sacrificed to. This looks like Crom. I would prefer to be sacrificed to Set. But if you guys have to sacrifice me to somebody, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Whoa! Look, that guy's got a cool.
Oh, nice. Some sort of scepter.
Some kind of ankh.
Oh.
Oh, and there's a oh look.
Oh hey.
A giant rock monster. Let's watch this exciting fight play out. Whoa!
And there's a spider.
A huge Black Widow has appeared. This is an incredibly interesting end.
And they're all just gonna,
They're all being friends.
Yeah.
I can't tell
no
what's
one's
up.
attacked.
So yeah, this is this is not Age of Conan. This is Conan Exiles. This is early access. If you could not tell this was early access, hopefully this will sell you on the fact of how early this access is.
This lovely tea party.
But in spite of all of the bugginess, I think there might be a good game here someday. It's just a matter of time. For all things Conan Exiles, you can keep it right here on IGN. We're going to have a bunch of clips, a bunch of guide videos, and we'll be covering this game as it hopefully progresses into something that we all want to play. Until then, keep it right here on IGN, and thanks for joining us on IGN Plays Live.
Thank you guys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to IGN Plays Live. I'm James Duggan, joined by, I almost said John by.
Yeah.
Jonathan Dornbush.
I'm
Welcome.
a verb now. Hello,
Yes.
how are you doing?
Good, very good. We're going to be playing Conan Exiles, which came out late last night.
Yes.
And is a very survival game. It's got all the survival tropes.
Good description.
So actually, I didn't even ask if you wanted to be a man or a lady. So I guess we're a guy.
Guess we're a dude.
So this takes place, obviously, in the world of Hyboria. If you've seen Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, or played Age of Conan, or read any of the great literature, you'll know all about that world. But basically, it's a very brutal world, a very basic world. There's not a lot to be had technology-wise. And as a result,